Welcome, Squirrel Red Nose. Welcome, Dan.
Hello.
A little bit nervous.
Don't be nervous, man. This is all, we're all just humans, so it's just communication, and it'll be fun. So we're gonna start in about 2 minutes. Just so everyone knows, this is being recorded. I don't want to record anyone that doesn't want to be recorded. So.
He was kind of cute though. I love him, like, it's really looking cute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, guys, so I'm going to just go ahead and start this off. Thanks for joining, everyone. My name's Dismad. I represent ZecHub. I am a core contributor of the ZecHub and ZecHub DAO. And today I have the honor and privilege of introducing Pio, who has recently, who is from Privacy Map, and he has recently submitted a small grants proposal. And so I thought it would be helpful and educational for him to introduce himself, his team, and everyone and everything that he's about, and he can kind of show us what he's been up to and his plans for the future. So go ahead and take it over, Pio. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all for to join this call. First of all, I'd like to thank Zcash Brazil for their support, especially Michael for supporting the project, the Privacy Map project, all of this year. And I would like to also thank the Zcash Foundation for helping us to attend the webcamp. It was great, it was amazing. We had great discussions about how to make internet more decentralized, and as well we're building partnerships and relationships with people. So, and also thank you, Dismad, and all the ZecHub team for having us, for contributing, right? To make privacy normal. So yeah, a little bit nervous, but you got it. So guys, this call it's about how we as a privacy map team could help, or ZecHub could help us to make privacy normal. We submitted a proposal to Zcash ZF minor grants, and this call is to discuss. So will be a presentation, but you guys can show your questions on the text in the chat, right? Or you can open your microphone and take your question. It's a conversation, it's a talk, so everyone is invited to join and participate this presentation, right? And you can also stop me, make a sound. I don't know. I have one monitor, so yeah, stop me if you have a question. So yeah, I would like to introduce myself first, and after Jamil. I'm a cybersecurity professional, founder of Privacy Map. I was graduating in computer science, and I have a specialization in cybersecurity, and also in information technology, communication, culture in Cordoba, Argentina. And I started this project with the mission to spread privacy to all to people, and to make them understand that privacy is normal, it's easy, could be easy. I think one of the major things that people look with the skeptical about privacy, because it's a little bit confusing, could be a little bit confusing, could be not so easy. So our efforts is to make that as easy as possible, and to help them to create their privacy journey, and start walking each day step by step to the place that is to the privacy their privacy journey, right? So we think that privacy it's not bad or good. Doesn't exist. This we think as privacy as a spectrum. So each one has their necessities for privacy, and it's about choices. So each person could choose some applications, some strategy. So it's not about this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. No, it's about choices, and we are here to give the people the choices, to present the people that has alternatives. So we started 3 years ago in the middle of the pandemic. I worked before in Samsung R&D Institute here in Brazil as a cybersecurity analyst, and I realized that we are amongst the softwares more secure, but not private. And this was a trigger to me because I think why I'm here helping them to create more surveillance applications, and why we are here creating these applications that improves confidentiality but not privacy. And privacy and confidentiality is far different. It's too different. And I started to think, why not to start this thing, to start a project, to start a decentralized project to help people to achieve privacy. So that's the thing. That's the whole mission of the privacy map, and even my mission. So yeah, this is one of our efforts to make this more stronger and to boost our activities, our efforts to to accomplish this mission. And yeah, Jamil, please, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, everyone can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you okay.
Perfect. I'm Jamile. I have about 10 years of professional experience. Today I work as a clinical and career psychologist. I support an organization that promotes technology and emancipation for people in vulnerable situations that have social problems, as well as working at Privacy Mapping with reviewing and adapting materials and make more didactic. I help with communication and other administrative activities. So, in my career, I've worked with HR and people analytics for some years. And my job was building systems that analyze people behaviors and your decisions. And in the middle of the way, I understood that this is not the best possible use for technology. So it's why I'm here. Well, I help with this presentation, but today I'm going to support you guys. The questions in the chat. And if you have any questions or something like it, you can send them English, Spanish, or Portuguese in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jamil. So yeah, let's begin. So yeah, our mission is simple as possible. It's to make privacy accessible to everyone, and this started 3 years ago. And we partnered with some organizations in the past before, and we created some open source tools, and even we attend some conferences, some meetups, or we organize in some meetups to teach people. And we think that creating and helping a new privacy leaders could be helpful to create a future when where privacy is not a thing that is unusual but normal. One of the thing that I talked with all the privacy people in Brazil, even Zcash or people here in Privacy Map, is that we need to not just think about privacy today, but think about privacy in the future. So if I'm not here in the future, privacy needs to keep going. Privacy needs to keep uh, being being in the society, and these values need to be normal to everyone. So we stated this mission, and we thinking about that and to try to make the future better, and in a future when privacy it's normal. Privacy is not a thing that it's unusual or wrong. Yeah, so that's about it. And about our proposal, we started to think, why not to establish a Brazilian privacy alliance. We in these 3 years are trying to create the open source tools, trying to do some efforts to advance in privacy, but why not to partner with some organizations to uh, help them to advance in private support initiatives to create this environment of trust, to promote and to widespread this awareness of privacy. So, with thinking about the Brazilian scenario and the world scenario, we try to, okay, let's create a model to understand what is the things that privacy needs to be improved, and try to create some proposals to achieve, to correct them, and yeah, develop in entire country. So that's why I was saying about training leaders, empowering future generations through education materials, and to try to strengthen privacy and practice, not just in a country but online too. So we have different kinds, spectrum of privacy, even privacy in offline mode or privacy in online mode. So we in the past years tried to make people understand that privacy in online or digital or in technology matters, but it's important to give materials to create the lectures in offline situations too. So in schools, in with some organizations from civil society, in favelas, why not? So yeah, that's why we are trying to create this Brazilian privacy alliance, and this is happening right now. So even we put the proposal, but we are already working with creating this, making partnerships, try to talk with some organizations here in Brazil. In the last weekend, yeah, we are talking with the Internet Society chapter here in Brazil, how we can associate, be a member, and help them to spread their mission too. And even in the DWeb camp, and that's why I said about this was very important, because we are talking with Aaron Schwartz Institute here in Brazil, and we already have some plans to try to develop a technology from people that is not in the centers or the most common cities here in Brazil. Brazil, it's a big country, and it's not just São Paulo, Rio, or I don't know other most common cities. So that's why we are trying to develop this. And these need some principles. It's not about just defending privacy, because defending privacy, we act to guarantee innovation, autonomy, and authenticity, freedom of speech, safety, security, personal development, and democracy. So that's why we are in this mission of privacy. In our impact, yeah, we already organized some meetups. This one, I don't know if you guys can see yeah, probably, was in Campinas, São Paulo, with some, and even Michael Samara from Zcash Brazil. I invited them to join us. We talk about how young people could have a better relationship with technology, how they can adapt or set up technology in their own terms. So was a meetup called Data Detox Kit. It's step by step. I could share with you. It's a step-by-step guide to how to think about not just security but relationship, how we create relationship through technology, even things like bullying, online bullying, and other things related to improve and this relationship. Yeah, and another of our efforts was creating a message app privacy analysis report in 2021. We already have opportunity to uh, attend an interview with Rede Globo. It's like CNN or Fox News for you guys from USA. Here in Brazil, Rede Globo, talking about new WhatsApp privacy updates. We created a translation with these guys from SearchX. It's a Google search alternative. We already have security and privacy training for Android. We created a Firefox hardening tutorial. Yeah, we did a lot of things, and I invite you guys to see some of our work in YouTube channel, but in our website too. It's privacymap.co, and people ask why co. We believe in cooperation, co-creation. That's why we choose it. C. Yeah, and this is our impact. This is the data from the last 90 days. We already have more than 10,000 subscribers. Most of them are men. Most of them use smartphones, and most of them it's average, right? From 35 to 45 and 25 to 35. Yeah, the people that the viewers, right? And this is we started almost 3 years ago, but this is our growth through the time. And yeah, we came from 6,000 in the beginning of this year, and now we are achieving 10,000 subscribers. And let's talk about some of our proposals to establish this Brazilian Privacy Alliance. So one of the main things that we understand is that we need to talk in the way that people talk normally. So that's why we try to create these educational videos in YouTube and guides, and try to answer some questions, but in very step by step way, because some people doesn't know how to achieve privacy, or doesn't have this technology background. So our project is focused in our people. So even more people that is young, people that is adult. So we try to speak in an easy way. And Privacy Map YouTube channel will be a way to keep contributing to a privacy alliance. And another one that we are trying to be a new program, right? This is already going on, and this is starting this month. We are planning to create a privacy hub and to develop some comprehensive platform with in-depth information, resources about privacy, data protection, security, and have this space to people talk about privacy openly. And Privacy Hub will be inside the Privacy Hub, and you guys could check in our proposal. Will be some creation of free public knowledge base. Will be mainly in Portuguese, but this could be translated by community to other languages, like for Spanish, for English, and for other languages too. And another material is privacy for youth, and that is a material to introduce privacy to young people. And inside Privacy Hub will be our organization, collaboration, participation in meetups, courses, lectures, and all related to privacy. Will be a hub to privacy. Not and all of this will be open source, free. Anyone can join, permissionless. So that's why we are trying to create this alliance, to be open, to be to people participate, right? And yeah, and create in our social media some educational materials, infographics, banners, posters, and presentations talking about privacy. Any question? So yeah. So yeah, I already talked about this. And another proposal is to create P2 privacy. It's a program to to foster this the formation of entrepreneurs. We think that we need to develop technology, private technology, end-to-end encrypted technology, but these need to be useful, right? You need to use to your business to study, and that's why we're creating P2 privacy to help people to create new business, to help people to understand how they could use these private tools and use these privacy coins to keep private, but but continue creating their business. And that's why we think about Zcash. We think in these things Zcash could be really helpful because Zcash already have wallets. Already have some connections with Discord, for example, this wallet that is created by James Cat. We already have all of these education materials in ZecHub, and that's why we think joining this program with the existent materials could be very helpful to each one, to help people to understand why privacy matters, but to make them use these privacy tools to protect them, to protect their business, their reality, their lives.
Yeah, I just want to throw a comment out there. I'm speaking for myself here, not necessarily the whole ZecHub team, but I think we would, I would love to help you leverage what ZecHub has started in that regard, because I think, especially with you having grounds, in Brazil, I think there's a huge opportunity, and I think it would be very beneficial for us to help each other. I think, I think that's wonderful, man.
And another thing that I didn't mention that in Brazil we already making a test of CBDC. They are planning to run in the next year probably, and people and I don't know if you guys. I saw a tweet from Ryan from ZFAV. He was kind of shocked in EATM in Brazil because we have biometrics, face recognition, and palm to go to ATM, and that's why we see that privacy technology, financial privacy, makes sense in Brazil because we are already running to this dystopia, right? That everyone is watch it. Everyone is followed by the government and these big techs. So that's why we have this opportunity to educate and to make them popular. This privacy technology is popular. And yeah, it's not about just to do some proposals and create them. We need to understand if them are working, if they are popular, or if people are really understand how to use them. And that's why we think about key performance indicators. So here in Privacy Map, we already use this to understand and to plan our future as a project, but we would like to put this in P2 Privacy too, in Privacy Hub too. And from people that doesn't know what is a key performance indicator, so it's first really we need to decide what to measure, collect the data. We as a privacy people, we need to collect the data, but in the way that is anonymous, right? Analyze this data and have these results. If it's good, take action to improve this, or if it's bad, take an action to improve this as well. Because the whole thing is keep improving, keep doing the things, the actions, but trying to take the best of them and try to focus what is working and try to change what is not working. So we think about some KPIs, and for Privacy Hub, we think about the number of visits, qualitative feedback, Likert scale, and NPS. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but I could send some links. Jamil could send some links about these KPIs. And for P2 Privacy, as a content platform, we need this qualitative feedback. We run some forms, some surveys to ask people, ask the end users of this to understand their vision, what needs to be improved, what needs to be focused, and that's why we focus on that. And about the membership or about the alliance itself, we don't want to only rely on Zcash, ZF minor grants, or even in other grants to do our mission. We think that we need to be sustainable in some way, and that's why we are trying to, with autonomy, with authenticity, with independence, we're trying to create this membership program to make some organization join us and help us in our mission, but as an independent organization. We understand that some companies and some projects try to act as a privacy project, as a private company, and we understand that it's good to us to filter who will be with us in this mission. So that's why we want to be independent. We want to have our authenticity, our opinion, right? So a membership will be to a brand, to a organization, will be a way to help us to advance in our mission, but to position themselves to a Brazilian scenario as a privacy-friendly organization. But we will do some of some. They need to prove themselves as a privacy companies, right? It's not everyone. It's not will be very filtered, because we know that what people see in us is these things: independence, authenticity, and reliability. So if we lost some of this, all of our of the things that we do will be useful, will be not good for people. So yeah, we think about some benefits for alliance membership, and you guys could add other things too, your opinions, right? So the logos of the partners will be in websites, social networks. They will have uh, a time to advertise themselves in YouTube videos. And the whole thing is to create the valuable connections with these organizations that helping. So we think about how these organizations can help us, but can help each other, creating strategic partnerships, research collaborations, and business opportunity. So this will be a chance to these companies to stay in a group that think about privacy, but think about how to create business in privacy, or how to create projects thinking about privacy. And that's why I think about this. And probably could have membership levels. We see that Internet Society is doing this. Other organizations doing in the same way too. And yeah, that's it. Some organizations that work with us, Status, it's end-to-end encrypted message platform that runs in Ethereum. They use the Ethereum blockchain to send text messages. Odyssey, the YouTube alternative platform. We work in the last year with the Odyssey team. Even Proton and Zcash Brazil that is helping us in this year, and Casa Hacker that is organizations civil society that help to teach people technology, people that is in vulnerable areas. And that's it. That's it. That is our presentation. We planned to, in this last 30 minutes, to discuss about how you guys think about this the entire thing, if it makes sense, if needs some, I don't know, if you suggest something to adapt the proposal. We want to discuss this openly, and I invite you guys from community to join us to do your questions and your opinions about all of this. Make sense?
Awesome. Hey, I got a quick question. Can you talk about the practical steps for any organization that might want to join your alliance, what they would need to do, and what the practical steps on what, like, how do they join, and what's the requirements? And then to follow on that, like, how do you guys, how do you guys decide which organizations you'll partner with and which ones you won't? Like, is there like a public framework there, or I'm just curious?
Yeah, we think about creating a framework to evaluate if they are committed to privacy. We are in some countries. I know in Europe they have GDPR. Here in Brazil we have LGPD. In California we have California Act, right? So the main thing is to understand if privacy, if are they committed to privacy, to protect privacy, or to improve the things in the organization to begin to protect the data from people, for their customers, to their users. So a framework will help us to evaluate the scenario, and with this framework we will decide if the organization is will have this opportunity to join us, or will have this thing to improve, and we will help them. If we will have more team, we could help them to improve this to join us, because we could accept, for example, Google in our privacy alliance, or we could accept I don't know, Meta. They need to be committed with privacy to create softwares or even to help us with privacy. But this whole thing needs to be assessed, I think that's the word, through a framework.
Awesome, that helps. And then maybe another question, if I don't mind. Can you maybe Michael can chime in here? How did you guys get introduced to Zcash Brazil, and how about did you guys help each other? Like, what was the relationship there, and how did it come about?
Michael, okay, I will answer that.
Yeah, you can answer that. Actually, our team meet you in the meeting Rio, right? Was the first contact with our team. So let's share with you the Privacy Map channel YouTube. So yeah, since then we keep it growing, like our community. It's about privacy, and we some partnership at the beginning of the year. So until December, and yes, yeah, I think it was the first contact. So it's the same purpose, the same idea, like privacy to expand presence you as well, helping Zcash too. Yeah, like mid.
Yeah, in Beaching Rio, it was our first contact. I was creating since 2020 privacy content, and Michael was creating the entire Zcash Brazil team, and was thinking about how to spread Zcash mission here in Brazil too, and we partnered to make their community more popular, and even to advance in privacy. So we are helping each other. And from my side, I was creating content about Zcash, and Michael was helping us to share about some of our work, to helping the Zcash community to understand that is not just financial privacy, but privacy in as as a whole, right? And this was a partnership that helped both of us.
That's awesome, man. And to touch on your point that you mentioned earlier, you said Brazil's a big country, so it's going to take more than one, two. It's probably going to need to be like double-digit teams to really be effective. So I'm a huge fan of the partnership that you guys have created, and then just for me personally, I've always been interested in how folks connect. I just think because it's the way that people meet each other is just fascinating to me, and it's always in some random way. So it was the blockchain Rio. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, and in that opportunity, I even don't know that Zcash Brazil exists. So I I even don't know that a community here in Brazil exists. I heard about some Monero guys, some Zcash in other countries, but I didn't know that. And was in a blockchain festival, right? That even was a privacy festival or some related. And I knew Vito from Odyssey, work in the in Odyssey team, and he talked to me about the project, about the Zcash, and after I met Mini, Yogi, and after all the people of this awesome community. And after in March this year, I was a speaker in Zcon Voices Brazil. So I helped them to in this event. So yeah, it was great.
Awesome. Thanks. Any other questions? We'd love to hear feedback, questions. Now's the time. You can either type it or talk it.
Hey guys, sorry I haven't been speaking. I'm a little bit under the weather. But yeah, the concept of sponsorships is very interesting. Like to show the ZecHub logo and get our name out there. It seems okay. I would perhaps try and focus. My hope is that we can produce like content that really shows people how they can utilize Zcash wallets and how they can make safe store usage, how they can use it personally. So I would I would say, is it possible for us to like maybe make I'm not sure if you create tutorials or anything like that, but at least to introduce and exhibit Zcash usage, that would go a lot further than like just to show a logo, right? So is that possible?
Yeah. From previous from this Zcash Brazil partnership, we show logo, but we created some content, right, about Zcash. It was not just about this video is sponsored by Zcash and that's it. No, we create about how we need to understand that Bitcoin is not private. Why you need financial privacy. So and could be good to add some of these things to teach people how to use in day-to-day, or how to buy groceries. I don't know how to use Zcash or how to download the Zcash wallet. And I think these connect with our P2P P2 privacy program, that it's in a way helping merchants to accept Zcash privacy payments, and another way teaching people how to use these wallets, how to pay, and how to be private, to achieve financial privacy. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think just some plus. This is the point that Bill is already have like course background, and he has like he's managed with the camera and the speech. Like he has more like friendly talk to non crypto people. So that's the big advantage, and that's why we partnered as well.
And I think you also mentioned that a lot of your content is in Portuguese, and I think there's an opportunity for the ZecHub DAO to pay folks in shielded Zec to maybe translate these and post them in different languages. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. And even our contents in Portuguese. I don't know. I saw some of contents in ZecHub, but I think could be great if you guys adapted some of our contents to English or to Zcash. Yeah, the FAV could help us. Yeah, Ryan, it would be great.
I got another question. You mentioned that you guys wanted to start building and networking through schools. Do you have any plans in the near future for universities or schools in your area that you, in particular, that you'd like to focus on?
Yeah, in Campinas, São Paulo, we already partnered our organization to teach people from schools. That let me show you. That presentation here was in a school, so was we was a data detox kit to educators. So these young people are engaged to be a privacy leader and keep educating about privacy. So we are already partnered that they will have another probably in October, right? They are trying to they are making a meetup, but now not in public school, but for private ones to teach them how to put technology, privacy, and in a schedule, in a grade that in the school. We think about to create that in that way too. We not decided about how will be funded, because with if you guys partnership in Brazil with government, there's a bureaucratic thing, probably some months, some days to make that happen. And we are trying to be independent in somehow. We're trying to get people wherever they want, they'll be, and to our meetups. So getting in some schools could be a little bit hard. This is not a thing that we already decided, but could be a thing to think about it. I don't know if I answered.
Yeah, no,
correctly.
that was great. Thanks. I got one last question for me. Can you maybe, because over the last 2 years you've been building a lot of content, can you maybe like talk about in particular your favorite content that you made and why it's your favorite? Like what touched you the most on something that you've made, and why do you feel that's important to you?
Okay. We created a training called Android Privado. It's translated private Android. One thing that I was very shocked when I think about that was the mobile cell phone and mobile network.
Uh-oh.
I think if we
Did we lose PO?
maybe
Yes, I think our connection is not so good. Just a minute.
All right.
yeah maybe
I,
he can
I guess that's his network. I guess his network is bad by there.
turn off his video and camera. Maybe get
Yeah.
disconnect.
Yeah, I will do it. We'll do it. Yes, he trying to reconnect and will close your camera.
Hello? Hear me?
There we go.
I think it's complete. Okay, I think it's back.
Awesome.
So yeah, I was saying about the 4G networks and the some attacks that catching me. It's it's called Stingray. It's to try to create a fake cell phone network, downgrade the signal to intercept the text message, SMS, and callings, and then catch me because I was I was a security professional, and this is really I don't know. It's fascinating to me. So yeah, I like the technical side about privacy too, not just the content, not just the educational thing, but the technical side to evaluate what platform manage the data, the things. So that's why we recommend Signal and not SMS or phone calls, you know, and even for email. That's why we recommend using end-to-end encrypted emails and not Gmail and so on. So that's it.
Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. Anyone have another question? Michael, Ryan, Krill, Dan.
I don't have a question, but that was a great presentation. I'm super excited and very happy you submitted to the minor grants program, and I'm looking forward to you supporting this proposal and seeing what comes of it.
Thank you. So,
Yeah, hello?
hello? Yeah?
Yeah, can we have the recorded version of this meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are already recording, I think.
Yeah, I will get you a copy of this video. Yeah, so I'll touch bases with you to get that content. Not a problem. Good idea, Squirrel. I'll do that. All right. Well, it looks like everyone's asked their questions, so I just want to thank everyone for taking the time out to come to our presentation. PO, thank you so much for the presentation, and I wish you the best of luck on your small grant. Speaking for myself, I also will be supporting this grant. I think it's wonderful to find folks who are on the same page when it comes to privacy, education, and I'm looking forward to potentially, becoming part of your alliance with ZecHub. But it's not just me. We have to, get word from the DAO and make sure everyone's on board. But I definitely support it. And again, thanks everyone for stopping by. So I shall see you all later.
Yeah, thank you guys for your time again. So, yeah, if you have any questions, the Twitter is @PrivacyMap. You can ask me here in Discord or send by email. I will put there contact privacymap.co. Yep. Yeah, we are
I
open
agree.
to answer all your questions.
Yeah, I agree with this, Matt. So I think it's the Privacy Alliance you have us in Brazil, for Zcash Brazil, for more voices around and to scale. Like we are like new in Brazil and this topic. Yeah, I think the Privacy Map has like a great background, and he has like 3 years working on his channel. So yeah, I think it'd be great and for us to work together and help more like kids and people to understand alternative softwares and programs about privacy and why it's important for that's a new word, like a digital era. I think it'll be great and additional for our ecosystem.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, guys. I will see you around.
Okay,
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.